We're going to talk about cannabis for the next few minutes. The industry is so new in our state that there's just so many opportunities. But one opportunity is an important one, to make sure equity is planted right in the roots of this program from the jump. And for more on that, here's Gordon.
They say great businesses start with a great idea. But even a great idea means nothing if you don't know what to do with it.
It's like, yeah, this is what I want to do, but how?
Kenneth Winslow Gagne is curious about the growing cannabis industry and its potential. He just doesn't know where to start, and he knows the risks of starting your own business.
It's very challenging. A lot of people are getting retail spaces and going into debt. They most likely will not recover.
Knowing the challenges, he decided to sign up for this equity workshop in Minneapolis, one of 10 that are being held in major cities across the country.
I found that diversity and equity is a really big issue.
Angela Dawson is one of the mentors in the group. She's a fourth-generation farmer and has been growing hemp in Minnesota for the past 3 years.
So, I mean, one of the cool things about cannabis is that it is such a diverse plant.
But she says diversity in the industry is a big problem, with small business owners, minority owners especially, struggling to get started, with larger companies having more resources and experience to dominate the industry.
One of the lessons that we learned from other states about how it was done wrong is that we thought about diversity as an afterthought. And they just ended up being cut out of the industry in general. They didn't know how to survive, they didn't have the right skills, they didn't have the right networks.
Several experts and industry leaders spoke during the event.
CBD is another one, which is great.
Business owners also had a chance to connect and share their ideas.
I believe that there is a lot of ways for people to heal themselves with food, what they consume.
Kenneth is still working on the final details of his business idea, but he says it's great to have a group like this to throw ideas around and to build a growing industry together as a community.
Cannabis is a way for us to be able to have some self-determination, to run our own businesses, to grow our own food, to build some kind of generational wealth, being able to own a home. I mean, and not just as a person of color, I think all people are dealing with this kind of class struggle.
And we are starting to get an idea of how big this cannabis industry could become here in Minnesota. The Minnesota Department of Health says nearly 2,500 businesses have registered with the state to sell edible cannabis products. This interactive map here shows how those businesses are spread out across the state, and some are even located outside of Minnesota because they sell cannabis products online.
Wow, that map just kind of shows you the saturation already of all of this.
And that's a big part of this is everyone trying to find a spot in this industry. There's so many people that think it's a good idea. There's so much opportunities, and there's really not enough opportunities to go around. So everyone's trying to figure out what their niche could be, how they can get some capital going. And that's what this event today was pretty much all about.
Interesting. Thanks so much, Gordon. Appreciate it.